Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Glad you guys were able to make it with us once again for that bro code. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Trying to rip my arm off, man.
Yeah, I know.
See, little brother.
Man,
Right,
hey, but how you doing today, bro, man? You know, how things going for you?
Wow, man, everything's pretty good, man. I just checked this clip out, man, about this little girl that we gonna go ahead and show you guys in a minute. But yeah, it's a strange story to me.
Very strange.
You know what I mean?
Guys. Very strange.
It's very strange, but we'll let them check it out and see for themselves, you know.
Yes.
New video shows how a 5-year-old homeless girl whose 13-hour disappearance triggered an Amber Alert was found on a city bus. Here's News 13's Natalie Wattis.
This is the bus stop where police boarded a stopped bus and found 5-year-old Oriana Clinton. Now, the video you're about to see shows the moments that police found her and the Good Samaritan that helped end the search. You can hear on this bus security video from the morning of December 6th, passengers' phones going off as they ride the bus on Central, alerting them to 5-year-old Oriana Clinton's disappearance. Moments after getting on the bus, a man in a red baseball cap approaches the driver with his concerns.
Hey, I got a quick question. I just got an alert on my phone about a 5-year-old girl.
He looks down the aisle,
And a little girl.
repeating his concern.
And we just got an alert.
After trying to pull the alert up on his phone to show the driver, the man in the red cap asks other passengers,
Did you get that alert? Can I see it? About the 5-year-old girl, right?
The bus driver continues along her route while everyone tries to figure out the situation.
What is the ethnicity of
A 5-year-old girl. That's all it says, a 5-year-old girl.
On the video, it then appears the bus driver calls it in, but then tells the bystander,
Well, it doesn't sound like they're going to call the authorities, so I don't know. Maybe somebody else should.
The man in the red cap then heads to the back of the bus to talk to a woman sitting next to the girl. A couple minutes later, he gets off the bus near Central and San Mateo. For the next 6 minutes or so, the bus driver can be seen on and off the phone and eventually pulls over at Central and Girard. Within the next 3 minutes, police arrive and board the bus.
Hey, is there a 5-year-old in here?
Just about the age of a 5-year-old with the lady right there.
How you doing? What's your name? About 6 years old. That's it. Who are you looking for? Come on with me, baby.
It took around 20 minutes between the time the Amber Alert was issued and when police boarded that bus and found Oriana. Now, what's still unclear is what she was doing for those more than 13 hours that she was missing, or whether she even knew the woman she was found with. Natalie Wattis, KRQE News 13.
Before the Amber Alert, the girl was last seen with her father, Nicholas Clinton, at a bus stop. He showed up at a shelter later that night without her and drunk, according to police. He has not been charged with child neglect or abandonment. CYFD will not say who the girl is living with now, just that she is, quote, safe.
All right, bro. So there's a lot of questions to ask.
There's a lot of them.
I mean, for one, because if you notice, the guy said, oh, it's just a 5-year-old girl. They don't say what ethnicity she is.
At all.
Like, how can you put out an Amber Alert for a 5-year-old girl and you not putting out what color her hair is, her ethnicity, how tall she is?
I thought there was a picture, though. Wasn't there a picture with the Amber Alert or no?
I don't know. They didn't specify that. They didn't specify that.
I don't know. Yeah, okay, right.
But then there's another question. The other question is, who is this woman that she sitting next to?
Right. How did she get on the bus by herself if, you know what I mean? How can the bus driver not remember that?
Right.
She had to get on the bus?
With somebody.
With somebody.
Because she wouldn't, go ahead, girl.
Right, she 5 years old. You wouldn't know that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if she didn't remember that, then obviously she came on the bus with somebody.
With somebody. Now, it did say in the news clip that it didn't specify whether or not she and the woman had a relationship or knew each other or not.
Right.
So
They didn't know. They don't know yet, or whatever the case.
right, but the whole time this woman is sitting next to this girl, she ain't said a damn thing.
Nothing.
He asking everybody on the bus, hey, you know, 5-year-old girl and right here.
Right.
The woman didn't say nothing.
Right. You know what, man? And I'm glad you brought that up, man. First of all, glory to God.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And thank God for, putting that spirit into that man. You know, to say, well, hey, hold on, I think this might be the little girl right here. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because if that wouldn't have happened, he wouldn't have brought the awareness to the bus driver, to the other, passengers on the bus. Ain't no telling where that girl would have ended up at. That little girl would have ended up at.
You ain't
just
lying.
ain't no telling.
You ain't lying, bro.
Wow.
You ain't lying. You know what I'm saying? And then, at the end, they was talking about she was last seen on the bus stop with her dad.
Yes.
But then her dad ended up in a shelter that night drunk.
But he's not being charged. I don't get that.
I don't get that either.
How you lose your 5-year-old daughter,
right,
and you not getting charged for some type of neglect?
Yeah.
I know, that's why I said the story is strange to me.
It is.
It's just pieces that's just not adding up. They're not fitting.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I mean, overall, that they found the girl, that's all that matters.
Yes.
She's safe, she home, yes.
Yes. Good work. I want to piggyback off of what you said. Good work to the gentleman that was on the bus that actually, did speak up and say something.
Right.
Because you're right. Ain't no telling where she would have ended up.
No.
So I'm happy that she was found, thank God. And
yes.
Albuquerque city bus driver credits a Good Samaritan for finding a 5-year-old girl missing for more than 13 hours overnight. State police put out an Amber Alert for Oriana Clinton. She was last seen with her dad, Nicholas, yesterday about 4 p.m. at a bus stop. They were trying to get on, but Dad was too drunk and they were turned away. News 13's Natalie Wattis joins us live from where that happened with more on that Good Samaritan and the parents of Oriana Clinton. Natalie.
Kim, there are a lot of questions about what happened to Oriana for the more than 13 hours between when she went missing and when she was found around 9:30 this morning. Now, her father, Nicholas Clinton, turned up at a city homeless shelter 4 hours after not being allowed on a bus because the driver suspected he was intoxicated. Now, staff at that shelter alerted police that Oriana wasn't with him. When police showed up at 9:30 that night to question him, they noticed that he was drunk and became aggressive. And he was later arrested for assaulting a peace officer after attempting to fight an officer. But where was Oriana? An Amber Alert went out around 9 a.m. the next morning, and she was found safe on a city bus in Albuquerque around half an hour later. Now, one city bus driver says she spoke to a man who claims to have seen the little girl. The bus driver said the man claimed he rode the bus for around 30 minutes watching Oriana Clinton with a woman because something didn't feel right.
He just said that all the bells and whistles went off in his head, that this child was way too clean to be with this person that's been on the street and doing drugs.
Plunkett says the man called police and they arrested the woman and got the child safely off the bus. We tried to reach out to APD to confirm this story and to see where the child was found, but we're told it is all still under investigation. Now, the father, Nicholas Clinton, was released on his own recognizance early this morning for the assault charge. There's no word on who's currently in custody of Oriana, but we do know that CYFD was previously involved with the family per a police report. Back to you.
Okay, thanks, Natalie. Now, we found that report in Nicholas Clinton's history. He has a history of domestic violence charges against Oriana's mother, including an incident in July at that same shelter. Police report that Oriana tried to fight her dad off with a stick. Well, he assaulted the mother in front of Oriana. Now, Oriana's mother, Kimberly, also has child abuse and child endangerment and charges against her, including an incident in July 2019 where both Kimberly and Nicholas were trying to buy meth on Central with Oriana. When they were arrested, police say they contacted CYFD, who put Oriana Clinton on a 48-hour hold. What's unclear is what action beyond that CYFD has taken, if any. They always cite privacy laws when we ask about individual cases and actions.